I'm Shea here from Primetime Guitar. Really excited about today's lesson. I'm going to be doing a song by my absolute favorite band, probably for like the last 6 months, which is quite a milestone for me. But it's going to be a song by Ghost. We're going to look at He Is, particularly the solo. If you haven't heard of Ghost, they are the coolest hard rock, metal band out there today. I've caught them live. Nothing short of a spectacle. Totally awesome. But more about today's lesson. It's a harmony guitar solo. So basically we're going to split it into 2 parts. Guitar 1 and Guitar 2. But let's not waste any more time. Let's hop right in. Alright, there's no time to learn like the present, so let's hop right into this. Quick disclaimer, Ghost plays in D standard tuning, whereas I am in E standard, just plain old regular tuning. I did think about switching it for this lesson, some locking tremolo problems, things of that nature, but if you are watching this and your guitar is in D standard, just everything is going to move up 2 frets. So hopefully that's not too difficult or anything. I apologize if it throws people off. But the concepts, everything is going to stay the same, just 2 frets higher. But for the folks in E standard, we're going to hop right in. So the solo is going to start off with our first finger on the 5th fret, B string. We're going to do a hammer on onto the 6, pull off onto the 5. And then we're going to hit the 7 on the G string, and then back up to the 5 on the B string. Next part is going to be same shape, basically the same riff, just ends a little bit differently. So what that is, it's a slide from 5 to 8, and then back down to 5. The next part, we're going to keep that same shape, the hammer-on pull-off part, but after that, we're going to switch positions and have our pinky on the 12th fret of the B, and we're going to pull off to the 8, and then hit the 9 of the G string. And then we're going to go up to the 13 on the B string, pull off onto 12. Alright, it's going to be pull off onto 12, hit the 14 on the G string, back up to the 12 on the B string, and then back down to the G on the 14th fret of the G string. Alright, that's pretty much the first part of it. The second part gets a little more interesting. We're going to do a double stop on 5 with the B and the E string. We're going to do a pull off from 8 to 5, and then pick 5 on the B string. This whole section of the solo is kind of a pedal tone part, which is kind of hitting a lower note, not lower, but in this case lower, and kind of just basing a lot of stuff off of that. We're about to see what it looks like. But it goes from 8 to 5, to the 5 on the B string, 7 5 to that 5th fret, back up to 8 5, and then we're going to do 10 5, a little bit of a stretch there. So what we have is and then we're going to go right down the scale, and it's going to be 8 7 5. So what we have is next we're going to move up. It's going to be the same concept with the pedal tone. We're just on different frets basically. This is going to be pull off from 12 to 8, and the 8th fret of the B string is going to be our pedal tone this time. So it's 12 8, pedal tone, 10 8, 12 8 again, 13 8. So this one is going to be excuse me. The last part is 12, 10, 8. Got a little bit lost there. So what we have is the next part of it, we're going to move down to the 8th fret, and we are going to have our ring finger on the 8th fret of the high E string, pointer finger on the 7th fret of that same string, and our middle finger on the 8th fret of the B string. This shape gets a little more uncomfortable, but it's not too bad. Just definitely work with it. But it's going to be the same pattern and concept as the other ones. So it's going to be pull off from 8 to 7, and then pedal tone on the 8. So it's 8 to 7, 8 for the pedal tone, 10 to 7, 8 to 7 again, and then we are going to go right down the scale, which is going to be 8, 7, 10, 8, 10, 8 being on the B string. Alright, so what we have there is, and then from there we are going to go on the 10th fret of the B string, 7th fret of the E string, high E, 8th fret of the E string, 10th fret of the E string. So we have, alright, so that looks like, then we're going to go down for some octaves. We're going to do it on the 5th fret of the low E and the 7th fret of the D string. So that's going to be the A octave, and then the B octave, and the C, and then the D. Alright, so we have, alright, that's pretty much it for Guitar 1. Now on to Guitar 2. Alright, Guitar 2. This one is going to be all the same concepts, picking pattern, everything like that. Except the fingerings are going to be a little bit harder. It's kind of just how it works with harmonizing stuff sometimes. One's a little easier, one's a little harder. Not every time, but it definitely shows up. Hopping right into it though, we're going to start with our middle finger on the 5th fret of the G. We're going to do a hammer on to 7, pull off to 5, pull off to 4, and then hammer on to 5. So we have, next part we're going to keep that same idea, but when we get down to the 4, we're going to do a little slide. I go to the 7, not so much hitting it, but as a slide in from 7, up to 9, and then pull off to 5. I guess I pick it from 9 to 5, but a pull off would be totally acceptable. Alright, the next part is going to be the same shape. And then we're going to hit a 8 on the B string, 5 on the B string, 4 on the G string. Then we're going to go up to the B string, 10th fret, to the 8th fret, to the 9th fret on the G, 10th fret on the B, and 9th fret on the G. So that part sounds like, alright, after a cool little slide, that's for both guitars actually, I forgot to mention the last one. We're going to go up to the pedal tone arpeggio part. This one is going to This one is going to have our middle finger be the pedal tone on the 10th string of the B, 10th fret of the B string. We're going to do a pull off from 12 to 8 to that 10, and then a 10 to 8 to the pedal tone, back to 12 to 8, then 13 8. So we have and then we're going to have a scale run. It's 12 10 8. So that whole part is. This part we're going to slide up. Our pedal tone is going to be the 13 of the B string. This shape gets me a little bit. It's a little cramped. So this might be the hardest part of the whole solo for me. But it is 13 on that B string. We're going to pull off from 15 to 12 on the high E pedal tone. We are going to put our ring finger on the 13th fret and pull off to 12. This is the particularly difficult part for me. I'm not sure if I just have big fingers or it's tough for everybody. But either way. Alright, so that is 15 to 12, 13 to 12, back to 15 to 12, and then 17 to 12. And then after you hit that last pedal tone, it goes 15, 13, 12. So what we have from there, we have our pedal tone is going to be the 12th fret of the B string. We're going to start with a pull off from 12 to 10 on the high E, pedal tone on the 12. Pedal tone on the 12, pull off from 15 to 10. Do the same shape again, 12 to 10, 15 to 10. Then we're going to go down the scale, 12, 10, 13, 12 on the B string. So that is going to look like. And from there, we're going to go 13 on the B string, 10 on the E string, 12 on the E string, 15 on the E string, and then we're going to go back down for some octaves on this one. This is going to start on our 3rd fret A string and 5th fret G string. We're going to do that. Move it up 2 frets to the 5th and the 7th on the D. 7 and 9. Then we're going to go up to the 9th fret of the A and the 11th fret of the G. And then right back into the chorus. Cool, guys. So that was the solo for He Is by Ghost. Like I mentioned before, I absolutely adore Ghost. They are one of the best bands to come out in the last 10 or so, probably more years. To me anyways, I think they rock harder than pretty much anything. That being said, thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe to Primetime Guitars to see what else we're going to have coming next. Feel free to comment and tell us what we should do next. Always open for suggestions on songs, cool licks, music theory questions. We're well versed in that. Pretty much anything music related you can think of and want to know, we're here to help you guys. That being said, I'm Adam for Primetime Guitars. Thank you.